Hello and welcome to the Adelaide Horror Podcast. It's your host, Zombie Joe, and tonight we're going to be live on location and one an episode that I like to call a Zombie Bite, where I go and I interview a local artist or a collector. As we can see here, I'm going to be interviewing Matt, and he's got the most epic collection of Goosebumps stuff, as you can well tell. So I'm going to be shooting the breeze with Vic about the GBs. Viewer beware.
Hey, my name's Matt. Welcome to my Goosebumps collection. Thanks to Joe for coming out to show it. I'll give you a run through of what I've got. So recently I've got this dinner cover from a friend off Instagram. It's Australian made. Same as the backpack up here. A lot of this has all come from someone in Melbourne, I think it was. And then if you come around, a lot of these I've just got through random other collectors. My friend Steph has sent me these couple of things here.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I love the toothbrush.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
If there's
piece.
anything that will make me clean my teeth again, it'll be that.
These books are actually from the UK originally.
Yeah, because
original,
I looked at them and I was like, wow. Yeah. I found the spine cover colours really interesting, that they go with these kind of really light colours and stuff, as whether the Goosebumps stuff that we've got here is quite bright and jumps out at you. And yeah, there you go.
For some reason they changed the covers. I'm not sure if ours are too scary.
It doesn't spook the little children.
Yes.
Yeah, these are cool here. These little bits.
Yeah, these are actually from the postcard book, and it actually makes up a giant poster.
Ah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool. Then got DVDs down here.
Yeah.
All the different episodes. These are Australian ones. These are American and the UK.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, I've got the box set at home, and I didn't realise they actually came out in separate DVDs.
Yes, you have.
So when I was looking around, I was like, holy moly, what are these little bits? And yeah, I was blown away. So good.
So this guy here, he's actually a blow-up tombstone. Now, I believe this came out in the show bags at the Adelaide show, or whatever show it is in different states.
Mum, why didn't you get me a Goosebumps show bag?
And then this guy here is actually a shoebox.
How cool
These
is
are
that?
extremely hard to come by.
Yeah,
I don't have the shoes, but I was happy enough just to have the box.
Mate, probably
Just
more
love
valuable, I think, the box is.
Yeah. And then pencil sharpeners. That's a stapler.
Imagine that at school, a freaking pencil sharpener. No work would be done in that class.
Definitely
Everyone would be sharpening pencils every 2 seconds.
These folders are actually Australian as well. These are your American ones.
Yeah.
So these are made in Australia, so they're a bit harder to find. Most Australian things are harder to find.
Wow, a figure.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
So recently got this as well.
Yep.
Which is the Live on Stage book. When I got it, I didn't realise that it's actually signed by the people that were in the show, which is what something up here is part of.
Smokes.
These here are stickers that came out in Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
So they're Australian.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're pretty cool. That's the full set of those.
Very cool.
A few boxed items of the alarm clock holder.
Now look at that. And a bookend.
Yeah.
That is epic. Mate, these usual suspects up here.
They're actually from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
So they're Australian as well.
Yeah. Wow. And the mask.
Yeah.
And the haunted mask. That was a good episode, I reckon. I remember it was one of my second favourite books, and just the fact it reminded me of Halloween 3, where the mask kind of melted onto you and you then became the mask.
Yeah.
And so I always thought, did R.L. Stine kind of get inspired by Halloween 3 for that story?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
This here.
So that's basically like a big version of Mr. Potato Head. So you take all the bits off and you can make your own scary head. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's unopened. I've not actually opened it.
Oh my god!
But
if that was in the hands of 12-year-old Joe,
yeah,
I'll just make nightmare fuel for myself. Now, as I can see here, We're looking at the OG 63, 62.
62, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. And most of them still have the inserts, whether it's a little poster, the cards that come.
Yeah.
Bookmarks.
That was my favourite part, to see what was coming next.
Yes.
In the instalment. And some of the stuff down here, this is...
Yeah, so this is getting into the American stuff, or Italian, wherever it's come from. So, as you got here, the Haunted Mask Door Knocker.
Yep.
That's an American item. They're pretty hard to find in the box like that. Then you've got the books and boxer set and the special edition 5. This is part of a special edition as well. It's actually a like a Christmas stocking hanger. Wow. Most people actually think it's a hand glove. Yeah. I mean, I can see why.
So there you go.
Yeah. And then got the Inksters. I'm pretty sure these are Australian because there's a difference in the colouring of the bottles that Inkster stuff.
Yeah.
You got the Australian versions and the UK versions of the game. This is one of my original things I had as a kid.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. See, you can tell that's one of the original stuff that you've got, but you've kept it really well as well, and I'm really impressed with that. Like, because as kids we kind of throw stuff around and we love it, but we wear it out because we love it so much. And
yeah.
But you've actually kept it in quite really good nick, which is fantastic.
Yes, I definitely try. Now this here is newer stuff, so a lot of this has come from a show bag for the original movie that came out with Jack Black.
Yes.
Then you've got number 2 over here. These items at the back here, they actually weren't released as something you could buy. They were promotional items to see, how it'd go if they released them.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've seen one shop kind of thing have this guy, the gnome, but it was a claw game.
Yeah.
So they weren't actually something you could buy.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah,
so...
they do look like the movie. Those little blokes when they came out. In the film, I loved them. I thought they were really fantastic.
Yeah.
And everyone just freaking out over them.
Yeah, they're from Revenge of the North.
And they were sinister too, man. Like, I was like, whoa. So, yeah, the movie definitely did it justice. And you got the puzzles.
Yeah, so down here, as you can see, there's different covers or boxes for them. These ones are the American ones.
Yeah.
And then these are your UK and Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the UK has just gone with the light colours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
big
difference.
I don't like colours. What do you do? And the clock.
Yes. Now that
Doom
is one of the hardest things to find. I only know of 2 that exist, which is mine and another one is John, which is Goosebumps Aussie fan, number 1 Aussie fan. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's got one in the box.
Wow.
Now that's how we became talking and became friends, is because he's never seen another one.
Wow.
Now, I picked this up for $8 at the Port Markets, which is local here. And it is one of the most unknown items to price because of there's 2.
Yeah.
Like, you can't price 2 items.
Yeah, that's right. Holy smokes.
And then this is
the
alarm clock.
I think you need some, like, laser alarms around that one.
So there's 2 separate clocks. Obviously, the other one you saw in the box before.
No worries.
So I've just had it held up like that.
I promise you I won't be hanging from the ceiling later, like lowering myself down to take that clock.
Now, this is pretty cool. This is like Mighty Max, if you remember Mighty Max, a little castle thing, and it's got little people in it, and it transforms into something. I've never been able to play with it because it's still in the box.
Oh, hang on.
But it's pretty cool.
Hey, someone suck that camera guy.
Old pages.
Yeah.
If you remember having pages.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't.
Show my age.
Except for that one.
Yeah.
And then down here.
If I was a doctor, that would be my pager.
Yeah.
I'd be that nerd doctor. Dr. Joe, you've got to call, and I'm the dude with the Goosebumps pager. Like, yeah. So about down here, we got the watches going.
Yeah.
Like, this is wow.
Now, this is a lot of stuff that I never had as a kid, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But now to have it now is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
except for those, I had these. These are the glow in the dark stickers that you could stick to whatever your parents told you not to stick them on.
Yeah, that's right. That's usually how it went. Yeah, I remember the watches, and I remember seeing at the back of the Goosebump books, he'd say send off for da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like, because it was always for the US.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get it here, and they say it wouldn't ship internationally.
Yeah.
Freaking Canada got it, but they wouldn't ship it internationally. They're like, no international. I'm like, damn. Like,
The closest things we had to that was sending off to Scholastics to be able to get the next book but nothing like what was in the back of those books.
And so down here, we've got the pencil cases in the bum bag. Look at the old bum bag there.
It's pretty old school, that one.
That is held up so well. Wow. There you go.
So this is something that actually started this whole collection off.
Yep.
It's one of the things I got about 4 years ago. So I've been collecting for about 4 years.
Yep.
And my mum was actually sick at the time with cancer. She's all good now. But I found that in an op shop on the way to see mum. And I just got it because we're talking about, how growing up I love Goosebumps. And she, her face was priceless.
Yep.
When I showed it to her.
Yep.
And just that look on her face just made me need to go further with it. And
Fantastic.
It became this.
Yep.
So
wow, who would have, thought that, R.L. Stine writes for the kid market and how much effect it's had on so many children for probably at least the last nearly 30 years. It's really affected a lot of kids, not even in the sense of nightmares, but just in the sense of just enjoying reading. And I think that's the thing. He's made so many kids just be excited about a book, which was, just impossible.
Yeah.
I was a book nerd as a kid, but I remember other kids in primary school and starting into high school when I was collecting these kids wouldn't read.
Yeah.
And they'd sit down and go, I love Goosebumps. And I remember parents going, wow, this Goosebumps stuff has got my kids reading again. And, that's why R.L. Stine is really amazing. I've got a lot of time for him. And so as we see here, more kind of in the books collection now, we've looked at the 62s.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Up here, just explain a little bit about these guys.
All right, so basically from the coloured ones up to here, they are the 20 different endings. So they're called the Give Yourself Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah, these are crackers. I love them.
So one of the hardest ones in that to find is the very last few, which is a special editions Terror Tower and...
Oh, Terror Tower. Oh, my God, that would have been a good one to read.
That's the second book for the first Night in Terror Tower.
Yeah.
So here you got Series 2000s.
Yeah.
That's actually what I really had when I first started, when I was little.
Yeah.
The Haunted Car, this one, number 21, was my first ever book.
Wow.
That mum bought me because she had an RX-7 Mazda, which looks exactly like the cover.
Oh, how cool is that?
So it's just a very evil version of it.
Yeah.
Now these ones are the Holy Grails.
Yeah.
Now they're the TV episode ones. So basically it's a short version of the book.
Yeah.
But it's got pictures of each of the episodes.
Oh, yes.
So I'm missing 3, I believe.
Yeah.
So and then that's all the hardcover ones.
Yeah.
So you got the flashlight edition. These 2 light up, I believe, and that one... No, those 2 light up, and that one makes sounds when you open it.
Oh, wow.
And then these ones are a bit more newer. Still 90s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. They're just 3 books combined.
Yeah. There was a lot of them where you'd kind of look like an omnibus kind of thing, and there'd be the first 6 books or whatever, and you'd grab them again. And
Yeah. So these ones here, these are your most recent books.
Yeah.
So these are Slappy World. These are still coming out to this day. He's still writing. R.L. Stine's still writing them.
Yeah.
These came out just before the Slappy Worlds.
Yeah.
These are reprints of the original 62.
Yeah.
That they've added in a couple of the Give Yourself Goosebumps in there as well, but it's not a full set of 62. They never.
Yeah.
He didn't release all 62.
Yeah. No, I noticed that. Yeah. So that's why. Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to collect them again for my daughter. So when she'd started reading, I was kind of hoping she'd start reading them and get into it, and then something that we can bond over, because it's really great franchise. I just love it so much, and Yeah. So these little figurines here.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about them.
All right. So basically, they came in a chocolate exactly like Kinder Surprise.
Yeah.
Called Tombler. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Italian. I'm missing.
Tombler. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm missing two. This guy here is one of the first actual merchandise things I had as a kid.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'm missing two. They're actually on their way from Italy as we speak.
Wow.
Hopefully soon. But yeah, they're very hard to find. But someone actually still had the original wrapping from a couple that I bought. Which
and
was
you know what,
cool.
Matt? I didn't even know about these. Like
Really?
I didn't even know. That's why I was like, holy smoke! Like when I was looking at this stuff individually, I was just getting blown away because I just found more and more stuff that I haven't seen in such a long time. Like I've seen the bookmarks, but like I said, either in the face bump, the Goosebump, face bump. I just merged the two together.
Yeah.
Copyright, that belongs to me now. The Goosebumps marketplace where all these memorabilia, and I just flick through this going, holy crap! Like this is amazing. Like what they found, and I remember seeing these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Tombola little figurines, I was like, holy moly, I haven't seen these before. This is epic. So
yeah, there's pretty cool little things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, what about these?
Right,
these are collectible, yeah?
Yeah, so all of these guys are from Series 1 of the collectibles. So basically, in each of these, you've still got the figure, so I've doubled up. But
yeah.
Basically, like, they all do a different sort of sound. This is Series 2. Now, this is where things get very hard.
Yeah.
This is the first one in the Series 2 that I've got, and there's more to get, but they're about $600 each to get.
Jeez.
When they're available. I think the cheapest one I saw was $300 US.
Wow.
So obviously they're either too hard to get or I haven't got them yet.
Yeah.
Now these are little night lights.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you're scared, you have them on.
Well, I'm gonna need one tonight, mate. After this.
And then you've got this is pretty cool. I think this came in a book, but that's you put it over your light switch fitting.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So basically the same as this.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I think it came in a book. I'm not 100% sure. I just got given it through a friend.
Yeah.
Jean tattoos. Pretty cool. Yeah, don't see them pretty often.
That's raging 90s right there.
Yes, I'd love to have raging Goosebump jeans, but
yeah, that'd be like.
Don't want to open them.
No one wants to get a roundhouse to the face.
No.
A guy wearing a pair of Goosebumps pants. I'll tell you that right now.
These guys here are pretty hard to get in Australia. So basically, it's hard to explain, but I think on each, you can see. So they've got like this goo stuff inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they're pretty cool. That's the complete set of those. I only just got these recently through a big haul that I got from a guy in Melbourne. Yeah. That's pretty
They've
cool.
always got to put that warning, not a food item.
Yes.
There's always some little Timmy in the group that decides to bloody eat them.
Yes, that's right.
You know.
not me.
Don't eat it. Like, yeah. Wow, that's heaps good.
So you got whiteboard. These are like old school notebooks.
Yeah.
That you do your schoolwork in.
I remember seeing these at Kmart, but I was a bit older.
Yeah.
And I was so tempted to bring it, and I thought, you know what? I'm in high school. I will just get flat out attacked.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was very sad. I'd sadly walk away from the stationery section of Kmart, going, I really wanted that Goosebump book, but
yeah,
didn't want my arms broken either. But I regret that now, because I thought, you know what, I should have just done what I felt, but, when you're a teenager, a bit spooked about this kind of stuff. So this game down here, tell us a little bit about this one, because Night in Terror Tower is one of the, outside of Welcome to the Dead House, is one of the most popular episodes, and also Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Yeah.
So that's actually one of the harder ones to find out of the board games here in Australia. I didn't have that as a kid. I actually never. I think my friend had it, and it was the first time I've seen it. But the colouring is so different. You'll see with the other board games that it's more unique than the others.
Yeah.
And I think it was a US release, I believe. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I never got to play it. Might have to have a games night one night and play it.
No, awesome. We got some little bits along here. Well. Look who we have here. The old dude himself.
Yeah, so the big guy, Slappy, he's actually come from America, from a company called Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah. Who are you calling dummy?
Dummy. Yeah, he's pretty unreal.
Yeah, and I walked in and these three guys jumped out at me straight away. I was like, whoa. And I was just instantly impressed. And I like, they've got that, I like in the movie how he had his own like muscle car as well.
Yeah.
Like, and it was all black.
Which
and
is the haunted car.
Yeah, I loved it.
That's my first book.
Don't say the words or we're in big trouble. And so we got the games as well.
PC
That's
games.
the PC games.
Yeah.
Wow. And I have played the Pick Your Own Adventure on Xbox.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. That was really good. That was good fun.
Yeah, I've actually started replaying that again recently too.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the book. It was like being in the book again.
Yeah.
Like some more Haunted Mask there.
Yeah.
And the cassette tapes now, wow, and the amazing thing about these cassette tapes is they really pop. Once you turn the lights off, they glow and I just thought that was brilliant. Like, and I just love these bright colours. You just don't really see them, and they're coming back a bit, but like, yeah, just the VHS. I really do hope someone goes, no, that's it. We're going back to VHS again. I really hope. But, and tell me a bit more about these guys down here.
All right, so the two masks on the left and the right, they're, again, from Trick or Treat Studios.
Yep.
So they're based off the book art rather than the TV show art.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty cool to see, like, the actual art.
Especially the mask. We all recognise that from the front cover. That's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guy on the left, Slappy, a lot of people prefer one or the other. So the big guy you just seen, he's the TV show version, where the guy on the left was the book cover version. Yeah. So, I mean,
and then we've got these little note.
Yeah.
The student planners and note thing, and then the calendar there.
That's actually a scratch and sniff one. So when you scratch,
the calendar.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. If you scratch each one, it has a different smell, and I tell you, they're not nice.
It's just kind of, it didn't age well. Like, there you go. And I do have this at home. It is a great board game, very entertaining. And so we got some little movie promotional.
Yeah, got that from Target.
Yep. Are they pretty easy to obtain? Like, if you just approach someone and say, "Hey, I want this," like
they're a bit weirded out why you'd want it, but then when I show them a photo of this room, they can understand.
Yeah. Listen,
like,
lady.
Okay, yes,
like,
you can take one.
Listen, lady, I've got a whole damn room.
Yeah.
Like, here's $50, make it happen. Like,
so in the background here, I know I haven't got it shown very well, but that's actually my original Duna cover. My dad kept it in the back of his car, just to protect his seats, and he said it reminded him of me being in the back.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice.
That's nice, yeah.
Nice I actually got it back. I had to hum and hurry him a lot for it, but I finally got it back.
And he'll be happy that it's in a good good place and getting displayed again, so that's good.
Definitely.
And you can see guys by the mask, that's the book, and then the mask that we just saw there is the actual copy of that. So you can definitely see they've gone off the thing. We've got.
So Cotton On recently made these. I think at the beginning of this year. They did some other ones. I missed out on them, so I'm hoping to still get those. But yeah, they did. These are the adult version ones.
And hands down, this is the most metal Goosebumps freaking title. Like, out of all of them, I was like, wow, if this would have absolutely propelled kids into Nightmareville when this book came out. Like, I remember when it first came out, I was reading, I thought, damn, this is going to like absolutely stuff some kids. Like this is never gave me nightmares, but I was thinking, oh my god, like if that book was if that was the first one that came out when I was 12, I would have just nightmares non-stop. And my Goosebump collecting would have stopped dead in its tracks in book 1 with that. And wow. And we've got the jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah, so I've started to make some of the ones that I've got unopened. Opened versions.
Yeah.
And just putting them in frames just because the artwork's unreal. Like,
and the frame it's a nice touch, man. Like it's really good, and it makes it pop, and it does it justice, and it does come out really well. No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I actually started doing some videos on my channel, doing a speed through run of making them. So,
yeah. Awesome. Well, with that, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to be doing an interview with Matt. So, hang in there. Right, we're back now with Matt. And so, Matt, how old were you when you first started collecting the Goosebumps?
Originally, I would have been age 5 or 6, and then recently again about 4 years ago. Yeah.
92 is when it came out.
Well, that's the year
showing my age. So while Matt was in the cradle, I was walking out of Year 7 St. Joseph's Primary, all excited because I had Welcome to the Dead House in my hands, and I was busting to read it, so I ran home to read it, and reread it and reread it and reread it because I just couldn't get enough of it because it's such a little book. So with Discovery of the Goosebumps, when was that roughly? When
year wise, probably 1998, 99.
Yeah.
Right about then. Yeah.
Primary school.
Yeah. Year 3.
Yeah.
Year 2 or 3.
By that stage, there would have a lot of kids in the primary school would have already.
Well, our school wasn't allowed to have them.
Oh, right.
They're actually banned from our library.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's like Harry Potter. Like, that's
just banned everywhere.
Yeah. Damn. There you go. School system. Anyway, so what was the first Goosebump item that kicked off your collection that we have here?
Would have been this book right here, The Haunted Car.
Wow.
That was my my first ever book, thanks to Mum and her RX-7.
Yeah. There you go.
The evil version of
the
her
haunted
car.
RX-7.
Yeah.
Wow, far out. That's
Big
awesome.
W. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah. With all the collection that you have here, and I mean, for me, there's like multiple ultimate Goosebumps things that I would love to have.
Yeah.
For you, what would hit it? Like you just go, nah, this is my favourite piece out of the whole collection here.
Out of what I've got here, would have to be between the clock and the pencil case.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Yeah. It's very sentimental. The pencil case for you.
Yeah.
Your mum.
Yeah.
In that period of time, and the book, the clock. Now that there's only 2.
Yeah, that's probably the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
In this room,
front and center, there it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it means a lot, and you've got such a good passion for all these Goosebump items, and it's fantastic to see, man. Like it's just so good to be here and talk to you about it. Like it's great. So with the movies, we've got Jack Black now in the Goosebump films.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Love it. And the books. Yeah. What are your feelings like? Is he
I love him in the movies.
Yeah.
But as R.L. Stein himself says, less funny, more scary. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It was great,
Yeah.
But it needed more scare factor.
It's kind of Jack Black being Jack Black.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
No, he's great.
Yeah. And he is good. I did like him in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with R.L. Stein as well, where he's going with that. You want a bit more scare and
not just like, oh, we're getting out of a car, so we should walk through the graveyard now.
Yeah.
Like that. To some little kids now, yes, scary to them.
Yeah.
But for us growing up with it, it could have been a whole lot. Scarier.
There's a lot of the TV shows. You see a lot of a lot of the actors that have done cameos.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my god, like Ryan Gosling is a good example.
Yeah.
I was watching one episode and I was just powering through them, and a really young Ryan Gosling came up, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, do you know you're going to be in a Notebook? That's the horror story right there.
Hayden Christensen. He was in it.
Yeah, so it's
the
kicked
girl
off
from Ginger Snaps.
Yes.
Chris, what's her name?
Christine
something.
Yeah.
She's
it's kicked off a few careers. Like, so, you know, it's amazing how this book series has gone from, you know, a couple of books, and like when I remember getting the Goosebumps Welcome to the Dead House, I flicked at the back and I thought, oh wow, there's more coming.
Mm-hmm.
But there was only 6 books.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh, there's only going to be 6 books. When I got to the 6th book, I went to the back and there was more. And I went, wow, this dude's continuing. So obviously at that stage, someone kind of nudged R.L. Stein and said, mate, you're on a winner here. Because I do know about R.L. Stein, but he was an adult author, young adult author.
Yeah.
The publishing company that he was with was Point Books, Point Horror. And so my mum and I would collect them from our book club. We used to lovingly refer to them as Point Books.
Yeah.
And we used to go out, and I had this thing for R.L. Stein books, and I had no idea that this guy was going to go out and do Goosebumps. So the name was catchy, and the first book that he came out in the series was The Babysitter.
Yeah.
And I read that one, and I was 13. Yeah, it was kind of aimed for me, really. And I started reading them, and then the Goosebumps came out, and I was like, awesome. And I started powering through the Goosebumps, which were really more for kids, but I was like, well, stuff it.
I think Fear Street would have been more of the...
Yeah.
The older.
And I've still got the Fear Street books.
Yeah. I haven't actually read them, but they are making a TV show of it.
Yes, I heard about that, and I was very stoked.
Yeah.
I was very, very stoked.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, you've got... Saying here, like, looking at what you have, and you've got the most, like, precious, kind of sentimental one. Out of this, what's the most expensive one? Like, you're just like, well, I've blown
a lot of money on it.
A bit of cash on it, like, to get it happening.
The straws.
Yeah.
The straws.
Wow.
They came through a friend at the local Adelaide Toy Fair. That's on once a year. I'm not sure if you've been, but definitely come check that out.
Is that the one at CBC in the gym?
No.
It's my old high school. And they keep doing toy fairs. And every time I look at the toy fair date, it's when I'm working. So obviously that's a sign from the universe. So not to go, because I blow the cash on it.
No, this is the one at the Adelaide showgrounds.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Wow.
Yeah. It's massive.
I'm definitely keen to check that out. But wow. There you go.
Yeah, so it'd be the straws. I paid $150.
Wow.
On straws.
Straws.
Yes. Only because you're not gonna find straws in a packet like that.
Well, no, these are, and they're from the States.
Originally. The guy was local. He was. I think he's from Victoria. I'm not sure where he's from, but it's pretty cool to have those. I had them as a kid too, but mine got stuck with Milo in them. I broke them.
Oh yeah, the good old Milo jam and straw up.
Yeah,
that would do it.
Yeah.
Cool. With the dummies, whereabouts did you start grabbing these dummies from? Because where to obtain the dummies?
Yeah. So like I said before, Trick or Treat Studios made them.
Yeah.
But I actually got them through a place called Mad Zombie Collectibles, which is in the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks to them for organising that for me.
Yeah, go out and check out Mad Zombie Collectibles.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. And Greenlight Comics as well. Yeah.
It's definitely another good shop.
Awesome.
Yeah, so as well as the masks, 90% of the masks I've got are through them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
damn, I keep looking at that mask maker and I'm like, like it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, so there you have it, everyone. Thank you very much for Matt for allowing me to come down into the Dead House and interviewing you. First interview for Adelaide Horror Podcast, so thank you very much. Yeah, it's the maiden voyage. We didn't crash into the iceberg, so that's good. So just tell us where the viewers can have a look at more of your stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel called Matt VC Collection, same as Instagram, and on Facebook, Goosebumps Swap and Shop. That's where I'll be at. And
that's where I was on and saw your stuff and. Funny story. I was looking through his stuff and I was like, wow, I've got to talk to Matt. And that afternoon, Matt contacted me and said, "Oh, I just saw you on Facebook." So it worked out. It was meant to kind of happen. So yeah, awesome.
Because you had the Adelaide Zombie Walk T-shirt.
Yes. Yeah. So
I have that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you next time in the crypt. And stay scary.